Hello everyone, welcome back to Milkshake. I am your host, along with support puppet Mr. Chicken. Say hi, Mr. Chicken. Hello. Okay. Today we're going to talk about pathological lying as compared to, other lying and maybe your perception of gaslighting. Now, this is your life. You can term whatever. Your experience in life is yours. I used to get really offended by people, labeling what gaslighting is, what being a pathological liar is, omitting information, what that is, regular lying, white lying, whatever. I'm going to first start with a quote by Soren Kierkegaard. There are two ways to be fooled. One is to believe what isn't true. The other is to refuse to believe what is true. Now, you can go and ponder in your melon and deep dive into this philosophical quote. For me, I was like, all right, so there's lying with purpose, okay? And then there's us making up, humans making up, or not even looking at, red flags, or if this person is saying what I believe life is, I'm going to agree with that person. I'm not going to get new information and believe that. Or, if you're more paranoid, you're just making shit up in your head all the fucking time. Or, you see everything as a threat, everyone's a liar, and there is no truth. You're making up your own truth. And what stinks is a lot of disordered people. I mean, this is why it's called a mental illness, is, even narcissistic people will believe things about you that aren't true. I'm sure a lot of you have gone through this. I've gone through this as well, and I have, experienced this from my own brain, gaslit myself, and so on. Okay, so with pathological lying, this is an actual issue. This is a problem. I have seen in my narcissistic chat group, cluster B chat groups, these questions being asked and them saying, they have a problem with this. And it all stems from their own childhood trauma. They either had to lie because they were never believed anyway, and then this is ingrained in them. So I'm going to give you some examples of different, ways that people are using this as a defense mechanism. And some people who are waking up to this fact that it is harmful in their lives, that they're trying to combat this. They have also used lying to get their needs met, no matter what it is, either to get out of something or to get something. So, some need to embellish stories about their lives, everyday occurrences, their past or whatever, telling tall tales to seem more interesting. Like their life is totally boring. I mean, everyday regular people, are just living their lives. They're not these great explorers, finding the cure for cancer, doing really cool and interesting things. So they're going to add to the story. They're going to say that, they're going to be more dramatic. This person said this, and they, and then this is the way that they looked, and this is the way that they acted, and this and this and this, and they're just creating this movie this theater, in their mind. I think these people are fun. I used to work with a teenager who would do this all the time. And everybody would come to me and say, he's a fucking liar, he's bullshit. And I'm like, he's fucking fun, dude. He's fun. So what? It's not hurting me. Him telling me about some weekend elaborate story passes the time. So what? So what? If it's not hurting you, people like this, if it's not hurting you directly, and you feel like some massive betrayal, so what? This is how, they're getting attention and people think that they're interesting. I don't care. Flat out lie to one up another. So this would be like if somebody's saying, oh yeah, I met this celebrity or whatever, the pathological liar person will cut you off and say, well, I met somebody who was even better. Well, I met this, that, and the other person. And that, and then they'll just make up a fucking story or something when they may have just saw this person, or even just the star on the Hollywood, boulevard, or they'll take something from a movie and incorporate it into, their thing, and then they get their tall tale on and stuff like that, and then you're just like, this would piss people off. It's like, we're not talking about you, bro. We're talking about me. This is my ego shining. What are you doing? And those people can become annoying. Okay? Then you get the mix of truth, which is proven. So you have proof that some of this cray-cray that they're talking about actually took place. And then some events are bullshit. So because you do have proof that some of these things happened in the past, you don't know what to believe. Is everything real? Is some stuff bullshit? Do I need to question what the real thing is? Now, for me, when somebody is bringing proof and everything, and if they're telling some bullshit events and everything, I really don't care, because this is them wanting to boost up their own self-esteem. They have, and I get it, it's like, yeah, you low self-esteem issues. I get it, so, and then sometimes for me, being a narcissistic person, I don't trust shit, so everything has to be proven to me for me to believe you, or I think everything is bullshit. And so, you'll be telling me a story about something, I don't give a fuck what it is. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. And this has happened to me in my past, and I don't believe you. And then I find proof that you were telling the truth later. I know it's weird. That's what I do. Okay. Then there's the lies for protection, which is lying because you're embarrassed about something that happened. So you're going to spin the story, or you're going to flat out lie something that happened to you that did not happen to you, so you don't feel like shame and stuff. And then there's lies for protection because of a massive betrayal, or even, a teenager getting into a car wreck because they were so fucked up and drunk. And then they'll lie and say, a deer came out, in front of me, and I ran into a tree, and, so they don't get in trouble. And then, of course, somebody is grooming a new person, or cheating, or just getting attention from somebody else, and they're like, oh, they're nothing. It's like the narcissistic person does want to get their self-esteem boosted from this outside source, and they don't want you fucking with it. They don't want to fucking stop getting that self-esteem boost and stuff. So they'll be like, oh, I don't care. What some of you guys need to know is I don't care. I don't care about that person. They're being used for a self-esteem boost. I don't want to have a relationship with them. And if they're in fantasy land, that's on them. Don't care. Don't care. I don't care. I don't care what they think. And I don't care what you think, because this is, this is my life. I need to fill my void. Not like that in relationships anymore, but this is the way that it was. Again, lies for revenge or just to cause you pain. Now, I've heard this as well, not with narcissistic people, but other disordered people that have other things. And they will, if you piss them off, they'll say that they cheated, or their eyes are swiveling someplace else, or they're going backwards in a relationship, or they're triangulating when they're not doing nothing. When they don't even care about this other person, they don't care. But they feel like they're being betrayed by you, and these are the motherfuckers that can also be making up some sort of shit. And I had one person's he has paranoid personality disorder in a relationship with a narcissistic person. He didn't trust this person at all, no matter what. And she was jealous of his ex. So when they were going to go through the breakup, he's like, yeah, I'm going to go on a trip with my ex-wife. He's telling other people so it gets back to her. He wasn't going on nothing. He wasn't going on nothing. He told me he wasn't going on shit. He just wanted to hurt her. Okay? So there's that bullshit. Then you have the con artists. These are the ones that are conning you out of money. They're crying poverty, the damsel in distress, or the dumb dick in distress. So they're always crying about their debt, or they can't pay their bills, or this person is taking all my money out of my account, and oh my God, I'm suffering. And they won't come straight out and ask you for money, and then you offer up, and you're all pissed off and shit. Please, I know that you're either your empathy or your codependent issue, where let me fix this. There's always strings attached. I don't care. If you don't have like $1 billion and you're like, yeah, here's a fucking $1,000, I don't care. Do with it what you want. Most people are not billionaires, and you're giving away money and services to people where there's strings attached, and you want fucking something in return. You really have to not care what other people think about you. And if they get mad at you that they're crying poverty and you're not helping, they're not your people. They're not your people. Fuck them. Fuck them. So you really do have to have a higher self-esteem, boundaries. Were you okay if this person fucking hates you and leaves your life? Let them. Let them. Or if you do have, a dispensable income, and you're just like, yeah, here's $20, or here's whatever. Here's a gift card to the grocery store because I know that you're dealing with shit or whatever. Here you go. You offer up something that you can, or if you have time and you want to help somebody out or whatever, great. But just know that these people are perpetual victims, and that they are always going to be in, everybody's fucking with me, my life. Okay? Now we're going to get into a few examples, because you know how I love to talk about myself. Sex. I have a video on female narcissists and sex. My whole thing is I don't give a shit about sex. You can't manipulate me with your ramalama ding dong. You cannot. I know that not every woman is like this, but the majority of women are. When you have sex with a woman, their oxytocin goes up and their love chemicals are off the chart. And with a man, their fucking shit go down. They're like, yay, I came, yay, so they don't fucking care. They got their, what they wanted. And I'm not saying that, men, that you are just, out to get sex and be done, but you're done. You're back to baseline. You're not all hyper focused on getting the vajay, right? And me learning about myself and getting into a relationship with somebody who I feel an intimate connection and I'm enjoying for the first time and being present, having sex with my partner, he couldn't believe it. So he always thought I was lying, like I was putting on a performance or baiting him some way to get him attached to me or something, which, a lot of toxic people do. They do all this wonderful, sexy sex to get you attached to them. I get it, but he could not believe me. So there was nothing I could do. This goes back to they refuse to believe you when you are telling the truth. Then there's, this one's funny. So with my first boyfriend in high school, and this was my first romantic relationship. And I was his first sex. We were each other's first makeout kiss. Everything was each other's first. So our movie was Starman, okay, by John Carpenter. And he, after our breakup, and I would listen to the fucking score and everything when we were together. I mean, this movie was, very important to our bond. When we broke up and he moved on in life, and this is 25 years ago, okay, that we were together, he's giving that movie away to his first wife. And he's making that a bond thing. So he's lying to this woman, trying to ingrain this special, symbol into this woman. Now, you might make some excuses for that or whatever because it's romantic, it's over with us or whatever. I get that. But he gave it to his second wife, too. He even had the score that we would play for each other when I would fall asleep too, and blah, blah, blah. He made it the song walking down the aisle of his second wedding. How do I know? He sent it to me with video. With video. He even would tell me, because we're still friends, he would tell me that he wants to get a Starman tattoo and everything. Starman's mine. So, and he knows this. And when he sent me that wedding thing, I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? What are you doing? And he was laughing. And he's laughing. So it's almost like, to me, it's like, look, I'm giving away your thing because I'm basically scarred on this person's heart. And even though I'm just like, haha, yay, for me, it's still, he's trying to hurt me over and over and over for decades. And I'm just like, now I realize it's just crazy town. It's just fucking crazy town, and it's just like, go fucking be with your wives. Take it. I don't care. Whatever. but he's lying to, these people while behind their back, he's talking to me and doing this shit with me. Okay? Lastly, my recent ex and I got this Friday the 13th game. And he was the killer and I'm the fucking camp counselors and stuff and trying to get away and everything like that. And it would be, now both of us are introverts. We don't like to fucking have intimate parties with other people and small talk and all that shit, right? And just one time I said, yeah, that game would be probably a lot more fun. I'm just fucking saying it. It's not that I want at all to have a gathering. And I just said, this game would probably be more fun with a lot of people playing the board game, because I'm playing 5 parts and he's playing 1. And he said that I knew you were lying about not wanting to, be around other people. And I was just like, what the fuck? What the fuck? I'm just making a fucking statement about a game. But he believes this shit, that I'm lying. It's like he needs to catch me in some massive deception. He won't let himself have a good, authentic relationship. I have to be a monster so he can fucking justify getting rid of me. So that's what sucks with cluster Bs, is always looking for a threat, and it's very hard to believe what your partner, is bringing to the table in facts or fiction. This, I get it, but exposing my shit, I think I expected to get some sort of pass that I'm telling the truth. So anyways, I can't win with that. And with all of this other stuff going down, over time, I totally understand when you find out that somebody lied to you about something massive. And I'm not just talking about like a cheat or something, but like if they lied about their credentials, of their career, if they lied about, doing something massive in their past, like being in the military, or all these different people that they were in relationships with, or that they did these grand things, and you find out that they're really a nothing person, boring as fuck, that they really don't have a lot going on in their lives, that they're not this massive, writer and shit. Like somebody in the past used to plagiarize a bunch of really creative writing, and then when I found out that it was all plagiarized, it's like, this person isn't real. And that was very heartbreaking. Believe me, I have been, I'm such a, I don't give a fuck what you, fuck you. I don't care what you think about me. If you don't like me, I'm an asshole. I don't know where that falls on the spectrum, where I'm not going to make up stories and stuff. But I have had one fella that wanted me to be the high school girl that was the bully that beat up other girls. This was his fantasy. This is what he wanted. When he found out that I avoided conflict like that, I mean, I've bullied a couple people just verbally or whatever when I felt like I was in the right and stuff like that, which I know I was wrong now, but this is what he wanted. This is his fantasy. And I knew that if I created this fantasy for him, it would make his ramalama ding dong even harder. But I'm just like, no, that's not true, you know? But I see the, what is it? You know, when you're tempted just to make shit up, just so people can see you in a different light, and then that's gonna boost the narcissist's ego. All right. So I hope that was helpful in some way, so you can understand pathological lying. These are the people that can't fucking help themselves, and they say the shit, and you know, the regular bullshit. And don't ask your partner, do I look fat in this outfit? Don't get mad at them because they're going to tell you that you look good. They don't want to fucking hurt your feelings. That this is, you know, oh, well, compared to the runway models that look like 12-year-old boys, yeah, you look like fucking a Blobosaurus Rex. You know? They love you. Shut up. This is your body dysmorphia. Leave your people alone. Let them love you. Okay? All right. Hope that was helpful. Have a great day. Namaste.